We are live, Carl.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
The light is
Not so good.
I'm having issues with the light.
Wow. That's how it is.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to
Yes.
Blended Family.
Hello, no one.
Hello, no, this one.
Oh, now someone is there.
Yes.
Is it you, Jasmine?
She's always the first one to tune in.
She is very efficient.
It's the second person, so it's not only Jasmine. Third person.
Yes.
Mm.
Hello, people. Thanks for joining
Hey.
today on Wednesday Night Live in a few minutes when it's 7, because we are very punctual on time. We're
Mhm.
going to talk about racism.
My experience.
Yes.
Hi, Dorcas.
I also have a tiny bit.
Tiny bit.
Almost none.
Mm.
I think you probably experienced more than me.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we can start now. No, not yet.
Oh, 59. 1 minute.
1 minute and then we start.
So, where are you watching from, Dorcas?
What is that?
That was my phone vibrating. Yeah.
So today we're going to be talking about racism.
Yes.
I'm going to be talking about my experience with racism and what I think. And he will be also talking about.
I will be the sidekick.
Yeah, he'll be the sidekick.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, this is my own experience and this is what I think. So I'll start with my experience, and I can say this was in Uganda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Ugandan and I was in Uganda.
That makes sense.
Yes. I was married to an Indian man, my ex-husband.
Not me.
Not you.
No, I'm not so Indian.
And I cannot lie. We got a lot of insults from people. And these were Ugandan men. And also, of course, other Ugandan women. Many of them asked me why I was with an Indian man, not knowing him, not just because he was of another race. They did not approve of that.
Hmm.
We were insulted when we walked around together. People shouted. Some people were like, go back home. A very common thing that also happens, like in Denmark, from some Danish racist people, they can say, go back home. So I had a lot of that. Black people, Ugandans, saying it to his face, go back home. No reason.
And I will say, I'm not looking like shocked right now, but the first time Connie told me this, I was actually very surprised.
Yes.
That is very extreme.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. So, yeah. So I don't know whether people think racism is only a white person and a black person. No, I think racism is all over the world in all races. And for me, with racism, I think it's just bad people who are not happy with their lives and they feel like they have the right to take out their frustration on other people, because you cannot just start telling someone, go back to your home just because they look different. You cannot start insulting someone, oh, why are you married to that Asian man? They're like this and this and that. Just, you don't know them, but you're like judging them just because of how they look. So that was like my first experience of racism. It was not to me, it was to my ex-husband.
Well, and I will say that I agree with you, definitely. I think many racist people are people who are unhappy with their own lives and they need somebody to be worse than them.
Yeah.
So they don't feel as bad about
The same
themselves
thing,
and their life.
the same thing that happens with bullies.
Yes.
A bully is someone that's already unhappy with their lives.
Yes.
And they look for something that they can make the other person feel bad because they are weak in that. So yeah, that was my experience with yeah. And also, like, many people in Uganda asking me whether his family, my ex's family, would accept me because I'm black, you know? And of course, there were issues about that. So this was racism between blacks and Asians. That was my first experience in Uganda. And now, this is very tricky.
But I also remember you told me about a school you were at, where if you were black, then there were special rules about your hair, and if you were not black, there were other rules.
Yes, when you're black.
To me,
in my yeah, I told you in my school, like when you're Ugandan, you're black completely. You're not allowed to have your hair. You cut it off. But if you're Asian, white, or mixed biracial, then you were allowed to have your own hair. And up to now, I don't understand why it was like that, because it just made us feel less beautiful. You know, as a small child, I really liked making my hair, and I just couldn't. So that also, I think, can make someone feel very, have low self-esteem. And another thing also, in my former school, we had like Asian kids and mixed kids, but you could see, some students, insulting them, being discriminative because they were Asian or because they were mixed. I saw all that stuff, and this was a black person onto a person of another race. Yeah, and this is very funny. This is when it gets interesting. I remember I also had a Ugandan boyfriend, black boyfriend, and we happened to go somewhere to a restaurant, sat, nobody attended to us, and then a bunch of white tourists came, and all the waitresses just rushed to their table. Now, I don't even understand what that meant. They got served first, we got served last. And these were Ugandans. So that makes me feel like it's also about money. They think white people have money, so they're even treated like better in Uganda.
Yeah.
They're treated with more respect.
Well, I think that is a big problem. If you really, if it's about money, of course, I understand that in some way, but if it's the black people in Uganda, if they start like believing the white racist people, like that the white people are better, and then they start serving them more and things like that, that is horrible.
Yeah. And then another thing, almost the same, but this time I was with my Asian ex-husband. I went to a restaurant, I sat, nobody attended to me. But when he came and sat next to me, they came and served me. And these were also Ugandan women. So does black mean poverty?
Or maybe woman means poverty.
But the other time I was with my ex-boyfriend, he was a black man, he was a man. So I don't know. And then now let's come to Denmark. Now this is another kind of racism.
I would like to stay in Uganda. It is very cold outside today. I don't think we should go to Denmark.
Now this is Denmark. The first time I experienced racism in Denmark, I think this has happened one time in the 9 years I've lived here.
And after how many years did it happen?
It happened after like almost 8 years, I can say, where some people called me the N-word, and I was with my kids just standing at the bus stop. And I thought to myself, okay, they were so angry. The woman was so angry. It's like she wanted to fight me just for standing there at the bus stop. I think she was not happy that I was waiting for the same bus like her. I was like, what is wrong with this woman? So I just thought I should just take out my camera and start filming, because such things, you need to take out your camera and film. So I thought, I'm with my kids. My kids started getting scared, and I started filming. And she got more upset, and I'm like, well, I'm just going to film you. But then when you look at the people that were calling me the N-word and angry at me just for me being a black person, they pretty much looked like junkies. They looked miserable. I wasn't surprised that they were behaving like that, because obviously they're unhappy in their lives. They looked like they were drunk, or they just looked shabby. They looked, yeah. The words that were coming out of their mouth, they looked like those words.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't seem to me like it was. I think no matter who had stood there, they might have had issues with the person.
yes. So I was not surprised really, and I was not intimidated. Like, I felt like, yeah, look at you, who's like calling me the N-word. You look like, yeah. Let me just leave it there. So that was the first time, and let me see. I think that was just that was the only time I can say. But yeah,
I have actually also encountered racism. I have been called potato. That is like some people living in Denmark who are not born here. They use that as a like derogatory term for white people. So I have been called that. But again, it was from people who had a very bad life and were in a very bad situation. I don't think it was about them being dissatisfied. It was not about me as a person. But I am white. They're right about that.
Yeah, and I can say also, I remember when I talked to you about racism and how I think I referred to America, and then you didn't understand what I was talking about, because for you, a black person seemed like someone that of curiosity, you want to learn about their culture. Like in Denmark, that's not how we see black people.
No, I think in Denmark, if we are really like black and white, like if we like put it on, make it extreme to highlight what I mean. I think some Danish people have issues with Arab people, especially if they're Muslim. They feel threatened by Muslims somehow. I think that is not very uncommon. It is not everyone, but you can find people who will feel like that. People who dislike like African people or Asian people or something like that, I think that is like so rare. It is. I have never met anybody who felt bad about African or Asian people because of where they came from. Definitely not.
Of their skin color.
Of their skin color or their race or anything like that. Like I said, some people are threatened by Muslims. They think they're here to take over the world and the whole country, and they want to change everything, and they think they don't like the same things we do, and they think they're all the same. So there are some people in Denmark who are scared or racist towards Muslims.
They're scared, and then they
and then they start acting badly. But to black people, like you said, yes, I have a hard time understanding that. Like no matter where we walk in Denmark County, holding hands, kissing in public, whoa.
Nobody has really just stood there to stare at us. Like,
no. If we do it here,
personally, we haven't yet encountered that. So I think we're just lucky.
Where we live here, it is very uncommon to see black people. So of course, when we're walking, people look, but it's not because they're thinking, "Oh, what is she doing with him, or what is he doing with her," or anything. They're just, "Wow, that is different. We've not seen that before. That is like very rare." And if we go to like bigger cities, I don't think people will look at all. They will not think about it for a second. I don't think any Danish people feel like that.
No. And another thing, like something that's common with racists, they will say this: a white person should marry a white person, white for white. I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
White for white. And just recently on our Facebook page, there was this lady, I won't say her name, she was like, no, black for black. So that is just something racists have in common. They don't believe in mixing races. So that's why I say there is racism in all races. And I cannot say that, of course, the Black Americans have been treated badly for years, and it's just out of hand. But also, I think it's also the way their society has been built, the foundation. But like that lady, Ugandan lady, black, saying that black for black is just the same as a white American racist saying white for white.
Yes.
That is just something they have in common. They don't believe in mixing races.
No, it is. It is weird.
So I don't think it's. And just because, like I said, racism, poverty, they all go hand in hand, and money, because sometimes when Oprah went to Switzerland, and she was racially profiled, like some lady refused to sell her an expensive bag just because she didn't know who she was, just because she was black. But if she had known who she was, she would have sold her the bag without thinking about her race.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Well, I think Denmark is a pretty equal society. There's not a big difference between rich and poor, and I don't think people automatically will think that you, as a black person, that you are poor because you're black. I don't think all black people here are poor.
I think if I went to an expensive shop to buy a Gucci bag, I think
if I went to buy a Gucci
twice.
bag, I would think they would also think twice. They should think twice. And me, I should think twice. What am I doing in there?
Yeah,
God.
But I also think, black people, they think, that one is poor, that one is gonna steal, that one is gonna, rob, and they look at you sometimes like, of course, like you, not directly, but indirectly. Some people, if you go to their shops, they will look at you like, maybe she's gonna steal something. Maybe, they will. You can see those eyes. You can feel it.
Yeah.
And it's just because you're black. Then you're gonna be stealing.
Yeah.
And another thing that I've seen, like in Denmark, that actually makes me angry, and I don't know if it's right for it to make me angry. It's those posters that I see of starving African kids.
I've heard that from you quite a few times.
Yes. I know they're collecting money for the poor kids in Africa. Africa as a whole, not even like a specific country.
They've been gathering money since I was born.
And they use those pictures, poor looking, sad looking African kids.
Yes.
So obviously people are going to associate Africa, black, to poverty.
I definitely do that, even with all the things you have shown me and we've talked about and seen and whatever. Definitely, like me growing up, I saw help Africa, there's AIDS in Africa, there's famine in Africa, there's this drought now, there's some other problem there, there's and clothes, give your leftover clothes, your old clothes to this company, they will send them to Africa.
There's nothing good that you see being advertised about Africa in the West.
It's warm and you have cool animals.
Yeah.
Well, cool if you have somebody to protect you.
So normally what I've seen and I've experienced in my own life, no one wants to associate with poverty. No one wants to associate with you when you're poor, So if I see racism in countries like the Middle East, like those maids who are treated badly, who are treated as slaves, and in Asia, those Indian, the black African students that are killed because they're from Africa, it's just black equals poverty. You shouldn't live. You know, it's just that sad. But I can say that in Denmark, like you said, almost everyone is equal
Yeah.
financially.
Yeah.
So you don't really see such things. Of course, there is racism, there is crime also here in Denmark,
Yeah.
but it's low. It's lower.
Yeah. Like, yeah, some people I know, I will not say who because that is stupid. They leave their front door unlocked every single day when they go to work in the morning. And one person also I know parks their car in front of their house, like no gate, no nothing, leaves the keys in the ignition every day.
I told you about Uganda. In Uganda, they will steal they will steal the car. I mean, if you leave the keys in,
Yes.
Otherwise they will take the tires, they will take the lights.
This person has been doing it for more than, I don't know, 20 years, and nothing has ever happened.
But like, if you see such things, and
I'm not in the middle of nowhere with neighbors and everybody.
I look at this like as a Ugandan, and I think, like that woman commented on Facebook and said, oh, why she feels disgusted when she sees a black woman with a white man. But when I was in Uganda, I would not be served first. The white man would be served first. Now, I do not understand.
So you want a white man so you can take his food so you don't have to wait?
I need to be served equal, like first come, first serve, like the way it is in Denmark. If I come to some place and I'm the first one, they will not, even if a Danish person has come after, they will serve me first because I came first.
Yes.
They will not do that. You're all equal.
Big culture of waiting in line in Denmark.
Yes.
If you don't wait your turn and if you try to skip, people will be very angry.
Very angry.
At the supermarket, sometimes when people try to skip ahead. Whoa.
No matter your race.
Yeah.
If I come first and I'm black, I will be served first.
Yes, definitely.
You know?
And if some white person tries to cheat in front of you, all the rest of the white people there, they will be like,
that's wrong. You don't do that.
Yes.
You know? But in Uganda, that would be okay. You know? In fact, they will not wait. They will choose to serve the white one first. You know? So I don't understand when that woman says she feels disgusted. Let us also look at ourselves first. You know? In our own countries, especially in Africa.
Yeah.
I know racism is much more in the West, and in America it's just horrible. It's insane.
Yes.
In the West, yes, it's there. But how about in Africa? How do we treat people of other races? How do we treat the Chinese? And also in Asia, how do they treat black people? How do they treat, white people? Is there a difference the way Asians treat white people and black people? You know? So for me, that's how I see racism. I saw some post on Instagram. Somebody said racism is like a mental illness, just a form of narcissism.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
So narcissism is when what?
Narcissism is like when you're very self-absorbed, when you are focusing extremely a lot on yourself. Like it's a form of mental illness.
Yes. So someone said she's actually a therapist. I don't know, but she said something that I thought about, and I thought, wow, okay, this actually makes sense. She said racism is a form of narcissism. You know, being so absorbed into your own race and you think your race is better than all the other races. So actually, racist people need mental health care. Is what I think.
And John is saying that the NGOs, not even 25% go to the people who need it.
I told you that.
Like, I think the NGOs we have in Denmark, they are very strictly regulated. So the main offices in Copenhagen and whatever, they don't use a lot of the money. But I think you're right. The problem is probably when you send it to the African country, then it's harder controlling what exactly happens. And yes, I've also heard from Connie and from reading articles, there's a lot of issues getting
that
the money to the right
people
places.
Yes. So those kids will remain poor, and I'll continue seeing their pictures on those. That thing really makes me angry. And I'm like, is this all Africa is about? Poverty.
Yes.
And of course, other races will be like, yeah, African people equals poverty.
Yes.
You know.
And John, we definitely like Doctors Without Borders, where people go to help, and something like your niece did is a very direct way of helping, going there to work and help as a volunteer. That is a very powerful thing to do, and I think it's also something that will build character. You will experience the world, you will understand things differently after experiencing them yourself. So I think that is very, very nice, and it's a better way of giving, but it's also a very expensive way of giving your time. I think it's hard getting people to do that, but it would be wonderful if more people could do that. Yeah.
So that's my take. Racism, money, power, poverty, all connected.
We should also debate a little about what's happening in America. Again, we are not experts. We're not living in America. We are just normal people living here in Europe, watching what's happening over there, watching TV, reading articles, trying to keep up.
What is happening in America is extremely unimaginable. I would never, like in Denmark, the police. When has a police ever killed a civilian in Denmark?
I think it happens, but not like that. Nothing like that ever.
That is just.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes people will attack the police when they're getting caught. The police will have to shoot them. Sometimes there will be very big demonstrations, very rarely, and then sometimes the police will get hit with bricks and Molotov cocktails and whatever, and they will have to shoot. But it happens extremely rare. It is definitely not. The other day, 15,000 people were demonstrating.
Yeah.
They forgot about Corona.
Yes, even in Denmark, they were demonstrating against police brutality in America.
Yes, they want the Danish government to tell the Americans that they support all the people protesting over there, that America has to change a lot of things. So people are also engaged here. It's kind of problematic with the Corona, but it's I understand why people feel so
if that
strongly.
police guy knew there was Corona, he needed to respect social distancing. He did not do that.
Yes.
He started all this.
Yes, but I don't think anybody was arrested in Denmark of those 15,000, and no tear gas, no shots, no nothing. No. People are.
But we've seen so many video clips of the police still being brutal on protesters.
Yes, that old man I think it was in Washington, they pushed, who hit his head and bled.
And still, their president says he made it up. He fell harder than he was pushed. That is so disgusting.
It is horrible. And the picture of those two cars in New York.
Just running through people. Such things will never happen in Denmark. I swear, I am not Danish, but I don't think such things can happen in Denmark. That is just insane.
So something like that does not really happen here.
No.
But it's very scary watching what's happening over there. I understand the black people over there, African Americans, being very angry with the way they're treated. If you look at the statistics and see how many black people are in prison in America compared to the white people, it is
crazy,
baffling.
It is crazy
when you see how hard the punishments are for the things that black people usually do in America and what the white people do. It's like they've made the system to punish the black people harder. And when you see how many black people are shot during arrest compared to the white people, something is very wrong. And the way the police act over there, it's scary. They look like military people. When you see some of those video clips where they stop people just routinely for driving, then people have to put their hands out the window and drop the keys and
I think the whole system of the police is messed up there because they look more like soldiers, not police.
Yes, definitely. They have semi-automatic weapons, a lot of them, and shotguns, and they are and like Trump said, they had to dominate the protesters.
My goodness, that is Trump. He should just shut up.
Yes, but of course that is going to make the people feel that they're not taken serious.
Yeah,
that guy sitting on George Floyd's neck.
I don't think I'll ever forget that
That is
video clip.
horrible.
Like that is just inhuman.
Yes.
And there is this black woman, American. She started talking about the George Floyd murder,
Mhm.
and she was like, I don't know her name. She was kind of saying she does not think George Floyd should be praised as a martyr or that he was not a good person. He was a bad person. I don't care whether he was a good person or a bad person. I don't care. Nobody should die the way that man died. Nobody should die. No 46. No man should die calling his mother who died 2 years ago. That is just inhuman. It made me so angry.
Yeah, in Belgium it is also a big thing. In I think in Denmark it's I think it's also a lot of white people when you see the protest. And hi, Ellie.
Yeah.
Thanks for checking in. And what were we saying? Yeah, but I also think the American police, they seem to be very confrontational. They seem to be they're not talking to people, they're not reasoning with them. They're just like telling them how it's supposed to be, and they are reacting very strongly. And I think a lot of the Danish police, I think they handle things differently. When we had this Corona thing, for a long time, the police didn't give out fines, even though they were supposed to. When people were breaking the rules, they were talking to them for a long time, telling them, we understand you want to be out here and it's sunny and everything, but you need to walk away. They could have just given them a fine, but instead they talk with them. And of course, they're different people, but I think the culture of the police is very different in Denmark and in America. I would like when the police stop me sometimes. Of course, that is like, you're always like a little worried about, what is going to happen. But I'm never worried about getting shot or something. If we go for a road trip in America and the police stop me, I'm pretty white, as you can see. And I'm going to be very scared if we do that and the police stop me in America.
In America.
I would be scared.
Are you kidding me? Last 2 days ago, we were in the supermarket, and normally you don't see police in the supermarket, just in the supermarket. And then all of a sudden, I saw this police guy like right in front of me with almost the same uniform as the police that killed George Floyd. I'm telling you, my heart just went boom. He was not the same police guy, but just he's white in blue police attire. I just got scared, And I told Matthias, and he was like, if you feel like that, maybe we need to go and talk to, a Danish policeman, and you will not be scared. Then I told him, no, I'm not. It's not that I'm scared. It's just that whole picture came back to me, And then I wonder how the Black Americans feel when they just see a policeman. If I could feel like that here in Denmark, just out of the blue, just because I saw somebody, a policeman, dressed like that guy, and I was like, whoa, Then how about the Americans?
But I think it's a scary system they have over there. Oh, in Angola, they're also violent, the police. 2 deaths in 1 month.
But I actually thought police brutality existed in Uganda, But when I saw that video clip of George Floyd, and I investigated more to know about the American police and which people they had killed, and I was shocked. I was like, wow, I think I'm more scared of the American police, And I used to think Ugandan police was, crazy, insane, and kill people. No, the American police, you are number 1 on my list now.
But we also saw a very interesting movie, not half a year ago, maybe, on Netflix. It was about this couple. Was it a white man and a black woman?
Yes.
They had a son.
Yeah.
And then they got called to the police station.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, the whole movie had 3 actors.
It was called American Boy? American Son.
American Son.
American Son, yeah.
It was very good. It was 3 actors. It was the mom, the dad, and a police officer who just kept them waiting for a very long time. But it was like it was just so scary how worried they were because their son was black. Mixed, but
mixed, but that means you're black.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So that was really. I think that movie makes a lot of sense these days.
Yeah, yes. The mother was worried, and in the end, yes, the son had been shot. Yes.
You have to say spoiler alert, Connie.
Spoiler alert.
That's too late. You have to say it before you tell people the end.
Sorry.
Now, if these people want to see it, now
They'll-
they will be cursing you.
They'll... Oh yeah. By the way.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
That's what-
Yeah.
Rewind.
Yes.
Edit.
Yes.
We'll edit this one.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that was a good movie. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. So that is what we think about racism. What do you guys think? How is racism where you guys are?
They're confused with the thieves.
Oh.
Yeah. But
yeah.
I also like yeah. No one should be killed before it's they're proven, not even when they're proven guilty. That's why there's no death penalty anymore in most countries, right?
Only third world countries like America.
Yeah. Trump, you called Africa a shithole. I think you live in a shithole.
Yeah, but I think, Ellie, I think it's because it's an easy way to do your job. It is easier just hitting people when you want them to do something than to sit down and explain and tell them, okay, we understand you want to be here, but it's not so good. You need to go over there. Then they're like, this is a lot of talking. Yeah. Go away. This hurts, right? No, you want to go. So I think it's absolutely horrible.
Easier. Yeah.
Yes, but that's why police, they should also be prosecuted. If they do something wrong, they should go to court, and if they did.
In Kampala, there are places with cameras.
Police cameras, like monitoring from the police?
I don't know. Maybe
surveillance?
Not really.
I know in UK they have cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Like they are the country in the world, I think, China and Hong Kong, whatever. But like in the West, they love those cameras. They have them everywhere. So if you do something wrong, they will be able to find out who did it. In Denmark, we are pretty scared about those cameras. We don't really want to put them up. They are very small, very few places.
The drunk police.
What? Drunk? What? Wow, that is horrible. Drunk.
Oh, wow. Can you even comprehend?
No, that is just blowing my mind right now. I don't think that has ever happened.
It's supposed to be the other way around.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I hope his colleagues arrest him. But that is extreme. Pickpockets in traffic. Okay, the cameras. Find pickpocket people.
I think there's police brutality in America, yes, and also in Uganda and in Africa in general. But in America, if you're black, here's the difference. Then you'll be targeted. But in Africa, in Uganda, if you're actually white, the police will actually back off. They will be like, okay. So it's just funny how different it is. It's like in America, when you're black, in Uganda, when you're white and the police stop you, they're already thinking about the money they're going to get, so they cannot really kill you. This is the connection between money and racism.
Yes. And Ellie, don't be sad about being a third world country. We don't have cameras in Denmark much either. I think we have some people call them ghettos. I think they have gotten a new name. Now there are some cameras there because there was a lot of trouble there. And also the police cars, they have these special cameras that photograph number plates of the cars and license plates to check if you paid your stuff and but it's not.
Or
to
if
record
you're
people.
driving fast, there's cameras. So
Yeah,
if you
but
drive
only few places,
few
and
places.
and they
Yeah.
are only for traffic violations, for like speeding or things like
So
that.
if you're speeding on the highway in Denmark, there's cameras watching, and they'll just snap your picture. Boom.
Yes,
And then
it's
you'll get
very
a bill.
expensive.
You'll get a bill with your picture, right?
Yes, yes. There are some places they have just like a camera installed, and it's there like forever. And then the police, they have these vans. They drive, and then they park them somewhere, and then a guy is in the back. Click, 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 click.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, in America, if you see those black men that have been killed by police, those guys go free. Those police guys, they go free. So they think that they are above the law. They think they can just do whatever they want. If you saw the way that guy was kneeling on that man's neck,
Yeah.
you could see in his eyes that he knew what he was doing, and he was proud of it. You know?
Yeah, I think he saw George Floyd as an enemy, and he wanted to win over his enemy, and he was using a very powerful method of making sure he was winning that fight with him, and he did not care about the danger he was putting the man in handcuffs in. So that was horrible. Yeah,
that was us today.
That was us
talking about the hard topic of racism.
Yes.
And
so to sum it up, we are against racism.
Yes. We are anti.
It would be kind of weird if we were racist.
Well, I could be racist to some other race.
Oh.
But not that because I'm married, we're gonna get married. It's not racist. No. Yeah. Racist people, you are just mad, and you're on the losing team.
Yes. I think
racist, so. You're on the losing team.
Yes. I hope everything works out in America.
Yeah.
I'm worried that more and more people are demonstrating, and they are getting more and more angry, and Trump is just doing the same as that police.
Escalating. He's pouring gasoline on the fire.
Yes, he's doing the same as that police officer. He sees them as the enemy, and he wants to beat the enemy. And he wants the National Guard and soldiers and whatever to beat them. And I think there's a real risk that things will go absolutely crazy. You've seen police officers join those demonstrating people more than one place.
And I don't think he's happy that in Europe people are also demonstrating. So
it's common for black people to be racist to white people. Can you explain that, Ellie? How?
Yeah.
Do they think badly about white people? That is interesting.
Yeah, some of them, yeah.
Oh.
Some of them. Like that lady who just said black for black.
Yeah.
They're there. But the common thing is white equals money, and you could be served later because you're just a normal black person. White, I serve them faster because they're white. In Uganda, at least.
Well.
Yeah.
Well,
black people make racism with white people.
Yeah.
Black people racist towards white people.
I think so.
Yeah, in Uganda, I told you some of them kill people because of their race. But of course, it's very the numbers are very low, and it's ignored. It goes unnoticed because hey, white people are the only racist people. That's what everyone just thinks. No.
John, we saw a lot of videos. It seemed like they put him in the car and then they took him out again. It really made absolutely no sense. It's very hard figuring out what was happening. It did not make any sense. I can walk around. People look like he's from another world.
You're too dark to date.
What?
Can you imagine that coming from your fellow African person?
Yes, they're being racist towards
her.
Yes. But that, Connie, we have also talked about that light skin, dark skin thing. and it makes absolutely no sense in my
In Uganda,
brain.
if you're light skinned, then you're more beautiful. So
Yeah.
it's just
But it's
so
funny.
deep. It's so deep.
Do you know what all the white people in Denmark use their whole summer for every year, Connie?
Tanning.
They try to get dark as possible.
Yeah.
So it is very weird for me to hear things like that. And yes, I think also I remember I've been to Tunisia quite a few times as a kid and also as an adult with my kids. But and they, when you bring those small white kids with the blonde hair, those people also react like they are like they are from another world.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're doing it to be racist. I think they're just surprised.
In Uganda, when I see the small kids, when they see a white person, they're like just surprised and they're happy, but not like in a negative way, in a very positive way.
Yeah. But it makes no sense to us. At least not to me, Ellie. It's very weird.
Yeah.
I think Connie's skin color is very nice. I wouldn't like it to be lighter. And also, when we talked about bleaching your skin, Connie told me all that stuff. That is just blowing my mind. Why would you put chemicals on your skin? Like, that is
to make it lighter, because that's beautiful.
But if you got a little lighter, I think
you wouldn't see the difference.
Well, probably I wouldn't, but I think like if I compared you to like somebody very light skinned, I would prefer this color on you. I think you are beautiful in this shade. I think it's very nice. If you were light skinned, maybe you could tan then with me. That would be clever.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
I remember wanting to have hair when I was a kid. No, you have to cut it off.
But also, I was thinking, we talked about that long time ago, that thing about bleaching the skin and everything. I think that is actually like a very powerful form of racism. I think somebody must have taught them to know that it's better being light skinned, and then everybody has learned it afterwards, and now everybody believes.
Especially in Uganda, like you could only buy white dolls. So as a small kid, you only thought about the white dolls, and that is how a girl is supposed to look like. And especially there were girl dolls. We never used to have the boy dolls. So all the girl dolls were just white, blue eyes, blonde hair. So I think some people grow up just feeling like they need to be lighter and lighter and lighter. At least the girls, not the men. The men, they can be as black as they want, but the girl, you need to be lighter. If you're black, dark, you need to lighten your skin.
I'm trying to get darker, honey.
Yeah. So issues with skin color, even in Africa, among ourselves, we have issues. So I think before we also deal with those ourselves, I don't really think we will win this war.
Oh, that's nice to hear, John. That you can walk in Kampala.
Yeah, in Uganda, people would wow, hey, they all want to be your friends. No? But I can tell you, Joe, if like me working with an Indian man, I was married to an Indian man, my ex-husband. I don't think we would get those, hey, no. I was like, what the hell are you doing, girl? Oh, just enjoy the money anyways. Just enjoy the money is what they would say in my language. Just enjoy the money.
Yeah, there's no money, Connie.
No, with my ex-husband.
Okay.
They would say, just enjoy the money. Like, you don't know this person, but just because of the way they look, insults like, go back home, you Indian. They would say it in Luganda, Muindi, go back home. Somebody who's done nothing. So I just don't believe in all races. Like, I don't care.
No. And wow, like you have to date black men only because you are dark, and then the light skins they can date both.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah, the darker skin. I'm telling you, in Uganda, oh, she's so beautiful. She has very yellow-looking thighs. And then you look at yours; they are black. So mine are not beautiful.
But it's funny, Connie, because like one of the things that that attracts me about you is that you are different from me. And if you were more light skinned, you would be more similar to me. So that is, I don't understand it. It's very weird.
Yeah, you need to tell them.
I don't understand.
You need to tell the ladies, don't bleach your skin.
Don't bleach your skin. Don't put chemicals on your skin. That is a horrible idea.
And the men, start appreciating your dark-skinned women.
Yes, of course.
It starts from there.
Yes.
Starts from
just
there.
Not this one. She's fine.
If I had a girlfriend.
Whoa, aggressive.
Yeah, I told you.
In Timber? That is
at the airport.
Yeah.
I told him about such things, and he didn't know what I was talking about. He thought I was
That is funny, Connie, because you have also told me like
if we went to Uganda, they would just grab your hand.
But you've also said like it's supposed to be the man asking the woman to dance and stuff like that.
That's different. If you're white, it's different. They will come themselves.
Yeah, but that is weird. It does not make any sense. It's like at a club asking someone to dance. Yeah, the man has to come and ask. And women are very shy. Yeah, you land in the airport. Boom. Do you have a girlfriend?
No, in the club, I told you, if you're white, they will come for you. They will grab your hand, even though we are walking together. Even though we are sitting together, they will come whisper words to you. Just because you're white. And that is not racism. That is seeing somebody, judging them by their skin color, and then doing whatever you want.
Some people learn to be. Oh.
See me in this.
Coffee. Coffee and but dressed in long clothes. Okay. What? Black is beautiful.
Her fellow people calling her coffee.
Yeah, but I don't understand coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Black is beautiful. You only see your teeth in the dark. Yes, I know. And sometimes when we're sleeping, I come back from the bathroom in the night. Connie's not smiling with her teeth, and I'm worried about squashing her when I get in bed. She thought that was very funny in the start, but I was like trying to figure out where she was. Coffee. What?
Yeah, but
whoa.
Imagine if Ellie was a young black girl in a school here in Denmark,
yes,
and she's being called that, then that is racism.
Yes, definitely.
But what happened to her in school as a young girl is not racism. It is racism.
It is probably racism.
It is.
Racist.
It is just making it worse.
Yes, that is horrible. We're sorry to hear that, Ellie.
It is just. Bullies have something in common.
Yes.
They're unhappy with their lives.
That is true.
So.
Yes. I think we are pretty much done for now, Connie.
Yes.
Do you have more things you want to say?
No. I think I've pretty much said what I wanted to say.
Yeah. You're always
and I hope that police guy rots in jail.
Yes. I think you will get sentenced.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Ellie and John, especially for being so active in the comments. We really enjoyed that. It's nice to have a debate with people.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Adios.
Yes.
Adios
check our
bye.
Yes,
Spanish.
Yes,
Adios.
you always she forgets every week. And check Friday. We're releasing a video. It's a collab with our good friend Rona. She's
from Philippines.
Yes.
But she's living in Denmark as well.
So. And we try some Filipino food.
Mm-hmm.
She has cooked for us. And then if you go to her YouTube, you can see her trying some Danish food we made for her.
Yes.
No,
No, she
no, some Ugandan food we made.
Ugandan food. Yeah.
We're doing a lot of collabs.
She eats Ugandan food.
Yes.
We eat Filipino food.
Yes.
So.
Check out if she liked it and if we liked it.
Sula Bulungi. Kale now except Sula Bulungi means good night. Sleep well.
Yeah. Good night, John. We will not be sleeping yet.
No, we have to watch something on Netflix or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will go have fun in bed.
Okay.
Bye bye, people.